Now they're going to need a wheelman. Your job is to drive. My job is to get you in. Nothing more and nothing less. Let's go.
Hey everyone, this is 77 and welcome back to 25 Years of Need for Speed, the series where I play each game in the Need for Speed series from 1994 to 2019, concluding with the new game which releases later in the year. If this is your first episode, the way this works is that I'll introduce the game I'm going to be playing and then show you some live gameplay. Then I'm going to tell you about how I feel about the game today and decide whether it holds up today in 2019. Afterwards, I'll do a quick tutorial where I tell you how I got it to work nicely on a modern PC. Like always, timestamps to these sections will be in the description. The year was 2008. My favourite comic book film released, my favourite game released, the last main Burnout and Midnight Club games released, and Electronic Arts did not release the last Need for Speed game, as they released Need for Speed Undercover. Need for Speed Undercover, I guess, was a return to form of sorts, as the game returned to the fan-favourite open-world arcadey gameplay that wasn't present in 2007's ProStreet, with the police and heat levels that you would expect. In this game, you play as an undercover police officer for the Tri-City Bay Police Department. Your task in this game was to infiltrate and take down an international crime syndicate that's operating in the area. Need for Speed Undercover was developed by EA Black Box for the PS3, PSP, Xbox 360 and PC. The game was also developed for the Wii and PS2 by Exient Entertainment. A DS version was also developed by Firebrand Games. The game released on all platforms on the 18th of November in North America. In this video, I will be playing the PC version. Need for Speed Undercover, here we are. So we're gonna go ahead and press enter or X on my controller. We're gonna start a new game. 77 as usual. Black Box presents. Oh, we getting chased. Pause. There we go. So this game doesn't have a main menu. I think it's like a trend thing, sort of. Like, I hate when games do this. Like, the game just starts and you don't get to like say your options and whatnot like before starting. Like you have this big moment at the very start and you're so hyped up, and then you have to pause the game so you can say your controls. Like, you know, it takes away from it a little bit. There we go. Now we're YouTube safe. Oh my gosh, the default audio quality level is low. What? Alright, let's start. There we go, now we can play. Actually, I should probably cap my frame rate at 60 frames so I don't cause any issues. Because I don't think this game was ever designed to be run at like 200 frames per second. There we go. Stay away, policemen! And there's a helicopter after me as well! Oh, I don't have nitrous, no. Oh well. Fair enough. Oh, taxi! Gee! Ooh. Oh, classic hit! Ooh, like a glove. Yeah, off we go. Palm Harbor Police Station, 5:46 p.m. The camera work in this is pretty interesting, I've gotta say. Already you can see like there's this huge like tonal shift from past games to this. Like, the other like games in the series are kind of goofy or whatever. But here we've seen some drama going on.
Now they're going to need a wheelman. Your job is to drive. My job is to get you in.
Fair enough.
Nothing more and nothing less. Let's go.
Oh, here we are now. Start a car. Oh, there's T-Mobile. Oh no, it's back. We just go straight into a race, I guess. Straight in, let's go. Bye! So it's been a long time since I last played this game. I think the last time I like installed this was in 2014, I think. So it's cool to go back and see what this game's like nowadays. The car is very grippy. Like, I can turn it on a dime. Let's see how on. Yeah, I'm holding the accelerator and look at me turning. Look at that. I don't need a brake. Who needs brakes? Oh, I did then, maybe. Yeah, I'm just holding accelerator. I don't need a brake at all. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my gosh, it worked! I did not break at all once then! It's so grippy! Oh, gee. Oh yeah, there's like a bit of an RPG thing going on in this game, isn't there? Like, you like earn like skill points and whatnot. That's cool. Yeah, now my brakes... I think I only used my brakes once in that race. And I leveled it up. Oh no. So the open world aspect of this game is kind of weird. So like the game will allow you to start the nearest event like just by a touch of a button, and the events don't actually appear on the world itself. So like to start an event, you have to go to the map and select it from here. But these events are not in the world itself, like, which is kind of it's pretty weird. Not gonna lie. A new event type that was added in this game was the highway battle. Let's do that. And I think it's gonna put us to it's gonna put us to bumper cam, which I'm not a fan of, but whatever. We can switch it back. Key to these races: don't hold the brakes. Oh, yep. Yep, bye. Whoa, what's going on there? What the hell? What? Alright, sure, you two. There we go, we won. Oh yeah, in this game your hit level actually increases, like, if you, like, do stuff outside pursuits as well. So, like, if I hit these things, I get, like, cost of state, which increases my, heat level. So you don't need to actually, like, be in a pursuit to increase your heat level, which is interesting. It's an interesting choice. Sprint and a circuit. So we did a sprint for our first race, so let's do a circuit now. Alright, oh look at that, RX-8, that's customized there. Look at that. Oh, I want that, that's good. Oh, turn, don't need brakes. I'm gonna see if I can do this entire race without braking. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, no brakes there. Oh, yeah. Turn there. Awesome. No brakes. No brakes. The handling's so weird in this game. And I think it's just a sprint race left, isn't it? Yeah, let's do it. Oh my gosh, look at the wing on that car! Oh, that's beautiful. I want that. Bye. Let's see if I can no-brake this one as well. Oh my gosh, I'm driving at over 220 k's an hour. Whoa! This car is so fast. And it's the first car you drive. Oh, technically a second, but first, proper. Oh, 16 seconds, gee. There we go. And I leveled up. And we have an outrun event, I think. Is that the only thing left? Oh no, there's a new set of events. Okay, there's a highway battle. There's an outrun and 2 sprints and a circuit. Let's do the outrun. Alright, I have to stay ahead of this dude for a minute, but first I need to catch up to him and pass him. Oh, come on. Yes, I'm in the lead. Bye. I'm in hyperspace now. There we go. Did I dominate that one? I don't think I did. I did actually. Oh, look at that. In the zone skill. So I get more points from driving heroically. Does driving without brakes count as heroic driving? Oh, cutscene with music. Ooh.
There's a big race going down today on the west side.
Don't smoke. Smoking's bad for you. Let's race against the Palm Harbor Street Gang so we can progress. Oh, the crew, the lads, the peeps. Franklin Avenue, 7:30 a.m. Why are they like racing each other at 7:30 in the morning? Who does that? Like, who wakes up like bright and early in the morning going, I'm gonna do some illegal street racing this morning. Pass you in a bit. Oh, careful there. Careful. I have to brake. Oh, my boot's about to come off. No. Oh. No, that's not good. Oh, crap. No. Oh, I think I passed him there. Oh, brake. I had to use the brake. No. Oh, block. Nope. Oh, there's leaderboards having this sudden difficulty spike. Like, I was finishing these races like, with like 16 seconds to spare. Now look at me. Second place. Oh, I think I'm about to pass and I'm about to win it. Yes. There we go. Oh, hello. Oh, he pissed. Oh, them slips. Let's pick a car. Oh, we gotta pick the Sylvia, don't we? Classic Sylvia, Oh, here we are. Can we race it right now? Oh yeah, you have to like pause again, don't you? Yeah, okay. Cars. And we can go to the garage from here. Fantastic. Okay, let's do some visual customization. And oh, these are locked. Okay, we'll do a stock auto sculpt then. And unlike ProStreet, the auto sculpting in this game is purely cosmetic. Like, there's no performance impact to it, which, is a bit of a shame, because I quite like that aspect, but it's not really the focus of this game, is it? This game's very much going for like that whole arcadey thing. Now I get the hood. I can't buy any of this. That ain't bad. Those aren't bad. That look good. Let's get those boys. Of course, we've got some auto sculpt. Oh, I'm all... Oh my gosh, look at that. We just want rim. We just want rim. We don't need tires in this game. We just need rim. Look at that. Oh my gosh, okay. Put a nice spoiler on the back. Actually, the Evo one doesn't look that bad. Let's pop that on, actually. This guy has a nice big gaper. Yeah, that's... Oh, it's locked though. It's just this one we can get. Oh, we'll get that then. Let's paint this thing. One thing I like about this game is the color wheel is so much easier to use. Yeah, that ain't bad. I'd say that looks pretty good. I mean, it's not great, but whatever. We'll purchase all that. And now we'll vinyl it up. We're not going to waste too much time on here because I could spend like hours on here just making some cool stuff. Oh, well, okay. Pretty much all the vinyls in the game are locked. I'll just put a 77 on then. Okay, there's no way to make a copy of that vinyl, unfortunately. We'll just add another one then. There, that kind of works. That was definitely worth the $500. There we go, just that. Yeah, sure. And it doesn't even mirror on the other side. Oh, let's buy some performance parts. Nitrous. Oh, I don't have nitrous. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just drive our stock Sylvia. So this is our car-mobile. Okay, so we're going to do this sprint race here. Oh, look at these guys in their customized cars. Here I am in my stock little Sylvia. Whoa, that's a... Whoa, these guys are so aggressive. Gee, okay. Haven't had to use the brakes yet, which is good. I think the first time I played this game was in 2009, and I had a very old laptop at the time. This old E-Machines laptop. It had Windows Vista, but I only had like a gigabyte of RAM, so it was absolutely awful to use. And I remember trying to play this game, and it barely ran at 30 frames per second. I think it ran like, I think barely 20 even. Like, it was a terrible experience all around. I remember like there were times when the game would stop so it could load the rest of the open world. Alright, we won this. Oh, finally, street parts shop, upgrade, nitrous. Yes. Let's improve these tires a little bit. And I guess I'll some drivetrain. There we go. Alright, now I have no money. Alright, let's do the highway battle on the West I-20. Oh, I use my nitrous. Whoa! That did not go well. He's getting away. Wait, I'm racing Banksy. Banksy? I didn't know you did street racing. He's going away. He's gone away. No, I lost it. Alrighty, Banksy, I'm coming for you. I'm not going to be the subject of one of your artworks. Oh, crap. Not again, not again, not again. Bye, Banksy. Oh, I just totaled. Oh my gosh, I didn't know you could do that in this game. I didn't know that was possible. That was the first time I'd done that. Oh, there we go. Past him, I'm going. Bye, Banksy. Alright, oh, don't crash, don't crash. What do I do there? Whoa, Banksy's a bit chaotic there. And I'm about to win, there we go, finally. Suspension and handling, oh, wonderful. 5%, oh, that's a huge increase. Oh, because I leveled up, that's why. Level 3 now. And we got some new events open as well. Let's do one of these. Let's do a circuit race. Let's do that. Oh, what is this? No! Let me pass! Oh, broke then, but whatever, that's fine. Let's do this jump. Oh my gosh! My spoiler came off! No! Oh my gosh, I lost my wing! No! This car isn't cool anymore. It just slid right off. There we go. Finish. And we'll finish off with this outrun event. Alright, I don't know what car you're driving, but I'm going to catch up to you somehow. Whoa, no. I've lost this. Restart. Let's try again. Hey, he got stuck. What the hell? What? Sure. Okay, I'm in the lead now. Okay, that's good. Oh, he's catching up to me though. That's concerning. Oh, there we go. Oof, that was close. Dominated. You know what? Change your plan. We're gonna finish after doing a pursuit. So what was this? So each of these are cost of state events. All right, that's fine. Let's do one of these cost of states. Oh, cost 12.5k. Okay. All right. What should we do? Hit this thing. That's $100 there. Hit you. Oh, go down here. Oh, hit that. Oh, I actually have a time limit. Oh yeah. Hit all this. Hit that. That's not going to damage you guys, but whatever. Wait, it did? What? Okay. I'm not sure how I got you guys with that. That should not have worked. Oh, I guess we lost them, just like that. Well, that was quick. Cutscene! So I guess if you've never played this game before, that probably gives you an idea of what this game's about. Yeah, this has been the gameplay section for Need for Speed Undercover. Now we're going to go ahead onto the discussion. Need for Speed Undercover was an interesting game for me to go and look back at in 2019. I found the handling in this game to be quite weird. Compared to ProStreet, it's definitely more arcadey, like Black Box's prior games, but with those games there was this weird level of believability as the game still expected you to know when to brake and whatnot. In Undercover though, your car grips like crazy to the point where I was able to complete a number of events without ever needing to tap the brakes. Sure, the game is aimed at players who prefer arcade racing games, but Black Box's games prior to ProStreet have proven that you can make a very enjoyable arcade racing experience without needing to sacrifice believability. This isn't something that ruined my experience with the game, but it's something to consider going forward. The car customization in this game was pretty similar to Carbon when it came to options. Autosculpt made a return in this game, but it doesn't affect your car's performance like in ProStreet, which makes sense as this game wasn't trying to be a simcade style game, but it would have been nice to see some level of autosculpt performance tuning in order to give the mechanic a good reason to be in the game, in addition to it just being a way to make your car look, well, irregular. I found the vinyl editor in this game just not as fun to use compared to the past couple games. In those games you could switch editing modes just by pressing the bumpers. In this game you have to apply your modification, go back into a menu and select the editing mode you want, and anytime you want to make a slight adjustment you have to keep hopping back into that menu. This made vinyl editing just far more tedious than it should have been. I really like the premise for the game's story. The idea of playing as an undercover cop and entering the city's criminal world to take it down from the inside is fantastic. If you're a fan of films like The Fast and the Furious and games like Sleeping Dogs, the story in this game will definitely appeal to you. In my Need for Speed Carbon video, I criticised the game for underutilising the police in the game's main progression system. Undercover, however, has the player engage with police in order to progress, which is fantastic, as the game, like Carbon, features the same police pursuit system that was present in Most Wanted. Speaking of Carbon, another issue I had with that game was in how it gave very little reason to explore the open world. Undercover also has this issue, but unlike Carbon, it's even worse. In Carbon, if you really wanted to, you could still drive to event markers in the open world and trigger events that way. In Undercover, there are no event markers in the open world at all. When you're in the world, the game just lets you start the event nearest to you with the press of a button. And if you wanted to pick a specific event, you had to open the map and start it from there. You also don't need to drive to a shop in order to purchase cars either, as you now purchase and customize cars through the pause menu. Basically, the open world is just that, an open world. There's no way to interact with it, and there's nothing you can do in it aside from annoy the cops. Also, the world just doesn't feel very alive to me. I feel there's just not enough traffic driving on the roads to really convey that you're driving in a city. Most of the time the roads are quite lonely, which for a game set during the day is a bit of an issue. The only exception, however, are the highways, as they're rather populated. But anyway, there's one minor issue I have with this game, and it's the art style. I'm personally not a fan of this era in the gaming industry where just about every game at the time had this yellow or brown filter over everything because quote-unquote realism or something. To be fair, Most Wanted did the same thing, but in that game at least it was somewhat bearable, and it wasn't as over-exaggerated like in this game. You could even somewhat disable the color grading in the game if you wanted to. But anyway, does this game hold up in 2019? I guess? It has some enjoyable moments like the highway battles and the jobs, but there are a few things this game tried to do that the previous games just did better. The handling was better in other games, the open worlds were better in other games, the presentation was better in other games. You get what I'm saying. So ultimately, if you're new to the series, I'm not going to recommend you play Need for Speed Undercover. Instead, I recommend you play the previous Black Box games like Underground 2, Most Wanted, and Carbon first. If you've already played those games and want more of the Black Box Need for Speed formula, that's when I'd say you should pick this game up and give it a try, as this game is the last of its kind. It's the last game to have Autosculpt. It's the last game to have Speedbreaker. It's the last game to have the Most Wanted police pursuit system, and it's the last open world Need for Speed game to be developed by Black Box. Need for Speed Undercover is not a perfect game, but can still be enjoyed. For the first time in this series, I can finally say that if you want to play Need for Speed Undercover on PC, you can purchase the game on Steam and Origin. Both versions are the same, so it doesn't matter where you decide to purchase it from. Sorry console players, you'll have to find a physical copy of the game. There isn't a lot you need to do to get Undercover to work on Windows 10. The game will run fine after you download it through the client of your choice, but if you want, you can download the generic fix by 13AG, Zan 1242, and Aero. What this does is it improves control support for the game. You can lower the game's infamous bloom effect and run the game in windowed mode. To get this working, simply follow the link in the description and download and extract the contents of the zip file. Inside the zip file is a folder. Copy the contents of this folder into where Undercover is installed. If you have the game on Steam, you can quickly get to this by right-clicking on the game in your library and selecting Properties, and then selecting the Local Files tab and clicking on Browse Local Files. Copy the two files from that folder into this directory. Open the scripts folder, and inside you should find a file called nfsundercover.genericfix.ini. Open this with a text editor program of your choice. If the file doesn't appear correctly when opening it through Notepad, download a third-party program like Sublime Text or Notepad++ and open it with that instead. These will be linked in the description as well. Inside the file, leave Res Detect as default. You can set windowed mode to 0 if you prefer to run in exclusive full screen. I recommend you set write settings to file to 1, as you may run into an issue where the game may not save your gameplay controls and graphics options. The improved gamepad support setting adds controller button prompts to the game, as well as assigns some other functions to be doable using a controller. You can set to 1 if you have an Xbox controller or 2 if you have a PlayStation controller. And finally, we have the bloom intensity option. This allows you to disable the infamous bloom effect that's present in this game. You can leave it as 1 if you want the default experience, or you can outright disable it by setting this to 0. We're now done with this file. Feel free to save and close it. There you go, you're done. Simply launch the game through the client you own it on, and the game will run. If you run into any issues, feel free to consult the PCGamingWiki page for Need for Speed Undercover. You can also ask for help on the Need for Speed subreddit or Need for Speed Discord. This has been the 12th episode of 25 Years of Need for Speed, where I played 2008's Need for Speed Undercover. We have reached the second milestone in 25 Years of Need for Speed, as this game brought with it the end to another era of Need for Speed. I previously stated that the games that released from 2003 to 2008 are a part of what I call the Black Box era. In the next episode, we head into a very weird era of Need for Speed, spanning from 2009 to 2013, which I will personally call the Identity era. The reason I call it that is because of how the games in this era had no consistent theme or focus. The Black Box era titles were all about street racing culture and driving fully customized vehicles that were designed by the player themselves. Each game in the Identity era, however, was different from the next. As a result of this, Need for Speed developed an identity crisis during this time. The reason this happened was that after the release of Undercover, Black Box would no longer be the sole developer of Need for Speed, and instead, each year a different studio made a Need for Speed game. In the next episode, we will be heading to the year 2009 and playing the first of these games, as we play Slightly Mad Studios' Need for Speed Shift. If you want to see that as soon as it releases, click the subscribe button. Other than that though, I hope you're having a very good morning, afternoon, or evening. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.